Welcome to HP Marlena's channel. Today you're going to get your divine feminine message. These messages are not time sensitive. Whenever you see this message, it is for you. Let's go ahead and get started, Scorpio. Thank you, Holy Spirit, ancestors, angels, and guides for the messages that you have for Scorpio on this day. Bring forth to them with help, happiness, and healthfulness, that they are in good health. Everyone watching this channel is protected by the divine and guided. Thank you. All right, Scorpio. So your emotions are going to play a big role as it pertains to centering yourself, wisdom, some challenges that you may be facing. So let's just see why this is coming up specifically for you in your divine feminine reading. Okay, your emotions. Okay, so let's look into your emotions. Here we go. So this is the goddess of emotions. And then we also have the goddess of wisdom here. And then we have that centering, needing to center at the bottom of the deck. They're talking about your connection, not listening to the messages that are coming your way. Spirit is right there with you, helping you to reflect on certain times. I feel like this is what's causing the emotion for the Scorpio. Like you may be reflecting on the past of what has happened to you, what, you know, is really at the core of your belief system, what really drives you. And some of you may not like what you see. Spirit is asking you to let go of that. Thank you, Holy Spirit, ancestors, angels, and guides. The divine feminine on their path, Scorpio. Where are they spiritually? What message does the divine have for them? To be comforted by the Creator. So to know that you're comforted, this is really about your belief system, why you don't believe in yourself even. But I do see you gaining this wisdom. This is enlightenment during this time to bring you ultimate internal peace. Okay. So divine feminines, the fight usually pertains to, you know, when you're reflecting on yourself, right? There is a part of you that does what is expected of you, does what people have thrust upon you to do. This is about you pleasing others' beliefs for themselves out of you, in essence. So you are pleasing other people. So this is about you feeling the need to, I'm not saying that you're a people pleaser by far. What I'm saying is this is about you falling into the trap of conditioning and all of that. But it's more specific to you because you obviously are being guided by spirit, but for some reason, you may not believe it, like you're getting it in your dreams, because spirit is saying that you're connected to everyone. You're very powerful, but for some reason, the way in which you reflect upon yourself, you don't see yourself as powerful. And so this really becomes a struggle between your conscious and unconscious living. This is about, again, knowing internally that you're cared for, that spirit got your back, that you are where you need to be, you know. Wow, you just keep getting all these messages about, you know, spirit being there for you. You have heaven sent now. So this again, you know, is speaking about the messages being connected by the divine via your crown chakra. And you're not realizing it. So some of you may need to do some crown chakra work. We also have here focusing on the light and free from judgment and free to love. So again, this goes back to that judgment that others have placed upon you, that you've even placed upon yourself, Scorpio. And really needing to recognize what you feel. This is about, how do you feel? Do you check in for how you feel, divine feminine? Are you checking in on your own feelings, what's coming up during certain times. Like, you know, I'm seeing right now, like some people may blow up because they're just overwhelmed, you know, but that just seems to happen. You know, they always say something like that about Scorpios, right? But the only reason why that's happening is because Scorpio's holding it in for so long that they don't want to divulge this hurt, the challenge that they're going through here. And they're trying to, in essence, temper that shadow side of them. And then the shadow side bursts out because the shadow's like, you need me too to remain balanced. So you go from one end of the spectrum to the other instead of living a more centered, balanced life. Let's find out how you can get assistance with your chakras. We're also going to, of course, go into love as well as it pertains to your love life. Thank you again for coming to my channel. This month, I'm doing 3 readings. I was doing a reading, a general reading, an extended love reading, so definitely go back and look at those. And then I'm bringing forth the divine feminine readings. I may come back with more readings as well, so just definitely make sure you click the subscribe button below and the bell so you know whenever I'm going live, because I normally do my divine feminine readings live. This was a special treat this month to actually do it by sign, so we can kind of concentrate on what it is that you specifically need to work on. But I totally believe that most of us have all the signs in our charts anyway, so really all of these messages can really benefit you. So I would normally say look at your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs, especially as it pertains to your divine feminine journey. However, and in any of your general readings, however, when it comes to your divine feminine journey, all of these divine feminine messages are giving valuable advice and assistance. So actually watching the whole playlist may be best in order to get all the information you need. So I'm seeing some of you here may need to like turn on some music in order to remain balanced. That's some of the advice you have here. We also have the crown chakra energy here. We were just talking about the crown chakra energy. You are getting that communication, and really all of this is pertaining to family, loved ones, and friends, your community. It is speaking to your tribe, belonging. So, but you don't have to do for others when you don't feel like it. That's the energy that I'm really feeling off of this message. Doing when you don't have the capability to do, doing when you don't have the energy to do, overwhelming yourself to please and help your family and assist those around you. Dream your world into being, and time for a beginner's mindset. So you received the porcupine spirit and the lizard spirit. Both of these spirits are speaking to changing your frame of thought. You have 2 messages here speaking to the reflections of you. You have 3 messages here, actually. Talking about embracing your shadow self. This is the other side of you. Again, you need both sides, the light and the dark, to remain balanced. Even when it comes to your chakra, to be all the higher chakra and not the lower chakra is going to be very difficult. You have to remain balanced. The lower chakra, your red chakra, speaks to, you know, your finances, speaks to your upbringing, speaks to your stability. Your orange chakra speaks to that, you know, reproductive organs, speaks to really, even when you have butterflies, anxiety in your stomach, all those things, your fears, you know. And then up here, you have your spirit guiding you. And then you have your third eye, the pineal gland. You have all of this that's, you know, 2 separate ends of the spectrum. And it's met in the center by your heart. So you're needing that balance, right? So if you're all spiritual, it's kind of like the yin and the yang, you know. It is the yin and the yang. It is specifically, exactly. The yin and the yang. So let's go ahead and just get you guys some more advice here. Focus on your priorities. Again, this is, what I'm feeling here is this being overwhelmed, doing too much for everyone. And then when you're so overwhelmed, you can't do for others or what have you, then you blow up out of pissed off-itness because you can't live up to perhaps what you said you could do, or perhaps what you know, said you wanted to do, and then things had to change. So now you're upset because you're like, look, I can't do that anymore. It's okay for you to say that. When you put your focus, where you put your focus is where you receive your outcome. Your priorities are calling to you, which may produce a feeling of anxiety unless you give them the time and attention that they and you deserve. Scorpio, even a small part of your time devoted to your priorities will help you feel better and more confident. And I feel like this lack of confidence only comes in when you feel like you're overwhelmed. So let's see here. So really, what's the name of this reading? I would love to get you guys comments below. I would love to hear your comments. Let's go into love here as well as it pertains to the Divine Feminine. I would love to hear your comments as this pertains to you below. Let me know if this resonates in any way. Even if you have a suggestion on what you think this reading should be called. Because I'm kind of feeling like leaning towards something about overwhelming. How to deal in an overwhelming environment when you are really challenged with trying to do too much at once. How to say no, you know. True love. You guys have true love here. And you also have let your friends help you. So there are people around you that can assist you as you go through this. You know, I would say practice saying, you know, unfortunately, I can't do that right now. However, I will get to it if I have an opportunity. These are some things you can say to help your situation in love relationships, even when it comes to family and friends. When you don't have time or you're not quite sure you have the time or the money or the resources or whatever it is to give at that moment, I would specifically say, practice this. Practice saying, I would love to, but at this time, I'm not quite sure if I have the time or the resources to fulfill your request. Therefore, once we get closer to the time or once, you know, I'm able, I'll get back to you and let you know for sure whether or not I can do this. Because right now I have enough on my plate or I have these other things to do. And I don't want you to feel like you are less than, not being the rah-rah, oh, I'm every woman mantra, you know, and feeling less than just because you can't fulfill their request. It's not really about them. It's about you. And this message is speaking specifically to you feeling centered in your living, in your everyday living, Divine Feminine. And so this is something that I would definitely suggest you practice saying. So here we have true love. This is a romance of a lifetime. Ask for and accept support from others. So some of you may have a true love in your life. Make sure you ask them for this assistance as well. If they're pulling on you, like your family is obviously pulling on you, your loved ones, this could be a husband, this could be your children. This could be just committed relationships around you, parents, you know, siblings. I'm even seeing work here, you know, just overwhelming you. So Scorpio, I just want to leave you with that bit of knowledge. Definitely go back and look at the other videos. I hope this video helped you. And I would love to hear your comments. Thank you so much. Blessings, love, and light, Scorpio. Bye-bye.